Welcome back, everyone, to the Missions of Umbar, where we are back here at the Bloody Eagle Tavern with Deshra for her final mission in her set of 5, and this is the Ill-Fated Cave.
Do you have need of something?
It's always good to see you, Piney. I have an urgent mission this time. We have just gotten word from one of the Tamarnir dwarves that a number of their miners have been trapped in a cave outside of Rakatab in the cave of Umbar. Locals call it the Jid Fasi, the Cave of Whispers. There are reports they have found a treasure of great beauty and cost. If you're able, please rescue both the dwarves and this treasure. Please, there's no time to lose. Rescue them before the cave further collapses. So, as you can hear from this, despite the fact that, once again, it says no twist, it's timed. So yes, there is very definitely a twist here. It's a timed mission. Piney, please rescue the trapped miners, and if you can, whatever treasure that they are excavating. Quickly, there's not a moment to lose. Right, let's go. In fact, we have 8 minutes. Well, that is ticking away slowly in there. I think the 8 minutes starts from the time the game thinks you entered, not the time that you think you entered. And unfortunately, usually the game thinks you've entered earlier than you actually did. So now, usually I do missions right-hand rule. It's not going to be everything for this particular one. Now, there isn't much in the way of combat on this one. In fact, I don't think that there's any mandatory combat in this. For once, the Grebig are not going to be attacking you. And therefore, if you are higher level, at level 150, and are doing delvings, this one is not eligible for delvings. 7 minutes left. Now I'm going to be doing the exterior section first. And this is one where I always miss something. So I've got to be careful on this. Because it's tricky to keep up where exactly you are in this. Alright, here we go. Or where you've explored and where you haven't. Now, the first time you run this mission, there is the fog of war that you could use from the map. At least it'll tell you whether or not you've been to a location yet. Alright, we will dig this. Alright. Alright, that's a short little entry there. So that was very easy to miss if you are doing right-hand rule, because you're never going to be getting back there. This is not a right-hand rule friendly cave. I should try left-hand rule at some point, but I don't think that's going to really work either. And that's because you've got this island section up here, which we're going to have to try as soon as we go 360. But if I see any blocks with a short little cavelet, just check to make sure there are no dwarves there. And that should improve of getting everything. Okay, here we go. This is night. Is there a dwarf in here? Yes, there is a dwarf in here. So yes, even though we are no longer in the main dwarf storyline, you're still gonna run into dwarves every once in a while. Okay, here we go. This is number 10. Okay, I am gonna sneak and do this one even though it's not part of my path yet. Okay, good. And now, is this actually this is back to the entrance, so it probably was a good time in which to start entering into the other zone anyway. Alright, so I think that's where we just... Oh, okay, here is number 12 on that. So we have all of those. We still have to find one more dwarf. So let's stay along on here. This is the center area now, I believe I'm in. So making sure I cover every little piece of ground and not miss anything. Now I've got 3.5 minutes left. Oh, actually, how did I miss that one? I have no idea. There we go. Actually, I think that's the fastest I've ever done this. Okay, now, let's now get back to the... That's this way, isn't it? Yeah, this is the entrance. Oh, but... Oh, that's right! I forgot! The cave appears stable. Collapse the great jewel from the deepest cave area. So, I'm on the opposite end of that. Now, the section where you're looking for the treasure, that section is not timed. So you do have a little bit of rest in which to find this. So if you're going to go and take a break or anything like that, do it before you grab the treasure. Now let's see, deepest part of the mine. Ah, okay, yeah, this is the deepest part of the mine. As far west as you can go. Now, you got 1.5 minutes to get to the eastern side, which shouldn't be too difficult. So all the way around here. Now I don't know why this section is timed if finding the treasure itself wasn't, but well, alright. Now that's not quite it. I think this is it, right? And this gets us to the eastern side. Mission complete. Quickly, we must get out of here before everything collapses. Okay, I guess it was just stable until I took the gem then. Sort of an Indiana Jones type thing? Well, let's get out of here. I have no idea what you're going to do with that huge gem.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
Oh, that's a beautiful piece. I'm glad you're able to rescue it. It will aid in the rebuilding efforts. Oh yes, the miners too, of course. Oh yes, I am so glad that they made it out with their lives. Well, and that concludes the 5 missions for Deshra. Next time, we are going to head over to Malthak over there and start his missions when we return to the next episode of the Missions of Umbar.